Hi and welcome to a special episode where I'm here with Sofia, my lovely wife.
Hi guys.
She's a really good LARP designer, having made a couple of wonderful LARPs. I would guess the most known ones are Under Stockholm and Sista Station Kymlinge.
Next stop Kymlinge, yeah.
And then in English, Last Will. And all of these are quite known up in Sweden where we are at. And she's doing wonderful work. And at some point, I'm gonna have an interview with her and just talk about that. But at this point, she's actually want to ask me some questions because she's making a new LARP and she's talking a lot about magic in that one, or rituals. And since that's kind of one of my subjects, I will take you guys along for that ride and we'll send everything that's not secret because of the LARP. It's not done yet.
So what I want, so your expertise, what you actually did your doctoral thesis on, is designing content for experience or designing for particular experiences. And that's what I need to pick your brain about today. We are doing this LARP about the end of magic, about witchers. So
Wizards is a word for wizards and witches.
Yes,
right?
wizards and witches. Living in the Baltic area, and they have this node in Visby. We have a great location. It's the best location. An actual big tree, a pear tree, in this yard, and we're going to use the location and that tree as a node. And the magic is failing, and the LARP is about what are they prepared to do to keep the magic going, and are they prepared to leave their magic life if they don't want to go along with the change that the magic will have to go through.
So it's about witchers, which is a lovely word, by the way. It's about witchers, and it's a modern time.
Yes.
So it's today,
And it's some kind of urban magic-ish.
And it's about the failing of magic or the losing of magic.
Yeah, the losing of a resource, the dwindling of a resource that you've had that has allowed you to live a certain lifestyle, and now you can't do that anymore, so you have to change your way. Does that in any way sound familiar? This is sort of what we do with these group of people that you make LARP with. We take a topic that is sensitive and then we play with it in another setting to discover things about it through the aid of play.
Yeah, I think I told you guys before as well. Swedish LARP is seldom about rubber swords and fireballs. It's usually about something else.
Yes, so when I talk about magic now, I don't want like your best fire spell. I want stuff that gives emotional content.
Yeah. So that's of course what we want here. We have a narrative with a story where magic is real. And the fact that magic is real for the game or for gaming in itself, it's not important that magic is real. It's important that because we have that story, we can use that for the effects that we want.
Yes. And the important things about magic here is that we're losing it.
What's the off-game purpose?
The off-game purpose is, again, emotional content. And I'm thinking, so in the first one, I'm thinking that they need to reveal something that is very secret. And once you've said it, it's sort of out there and they need to handle it. And in the second one, I'm thinking that they should give something up that's very dear to them. So that kind of, but it doesn't have to be that. It's just that kind of emotional content that I'm thinking could be fun to play with.
Okay.
Or do you think
okay, I think I know about where you are. Can you say again, what is a LARP about? Like in not as in this is a story, but what?
It's about the cost of leaving or the cost of staying in the group. It's about accepting that your life needs to change profoundly, and this can either be by forswearing magic or by going through this big change that will make it very different.
So that means that the kind of the overarching magic thingy in the world or in the LARP is about making a choice.
Yes.
And probably giving up something for making that choice.
Yes. Yes.
And that means the other magic, like the ordinary magic, should probably echo that in some way, so that you have a similar feeling throughout the LARP.
Yeah, no, I do agree that
So-
it should sort of echo through the whole, but it could also, do you see why we want sort of an acceleration or like
It should be more and more and more. Okay.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like all of this on all levels is about bargain. So you're bargaining with something for everything that you do.
So
And that would be an easy way to get the giving something up.
Yeah. All rituals could be about bargaining.
One of the things I've seen from people talking about fantasy literature, I'm not that good at fantasy literature, but they are classifying magic into different kinds of magic. If it's ordered magic or unordered magic. Basically, if it's like a structured magic is a magic with like you have this formula and you have this formula and this formula and they make up the concept together. And then you have an unstructured magic, which is much more like natural powers and it comes from the earth and you don't really know what it is and that kind of feeling. One of them seems like it's ordered around rules and the other one seems like it's not ordered around rules. But if you go to the roots of them, no matter what magic system you use, to make it feel real, then it needs to be grounded in a system that's the same. So that even though it's magic and it's strange and it can do things that you didn't think would happen, there needs to be a system and that system should always be the same. And that kind of basic part you can never change. And that's one of the things that makes you feel like you understand this as a thing.
Yeah.
For example, you can't create something out of nothing, and in that case, that's always the case. You can never get out of nothing. Or you have a power in one direction give an opposite power in the other direction, and those kind of values. And that's why I'm thinking about bargaining here as well. That could be one of the bases of that system. Magic always costs. And then you can build that into the story of magic disappearing, so it costs more and more and more. A year ago, it only cost you paid a coin, and then it just happened. But nowadays, you might have to kill a cat, and the next year it's going to be your child, or whatever. So then you can use that as a symbol for it disappearing as well. It's going to cost more and more and more. But it still works, but it costs more and more.
Neat.
I think that would fit into your...
Yes. And that also, then that pushes people to... if you have to give a secret, you can't just say, I ate porridge for breakfast, which no one knows because you were alone.
Yeah, 10 years ago maybe you could.
Yeah, maybe that was enough of a secret. But now you really have to... And that could also push towards why everyone in the group has to give a secret. And like, your secret is too little. This is not enough.
And you can get those kind of pushing each other into more and more and things like that. And on an off-game level, you can kind of set the levels of the secrets. Either before the game, by talking to everyone and having it as like an open secret, or there's kind of how you need to go somewhere and check what is the level of the secret right now.
So at least in the first ritual, they're going to have to probably bargain with someone, with an SLP person, so with an NPC.
Yeah, SLP is Swedish for NPC, non-player character.
So, anyways, we hope to get NPCs for these. So then you can tell the NPC it has to be this, unless you don't give out the secret stuff.
You could play with shadows all through the game or something like that. Then the magic is there, or like someone playing something that's not actually there, but you need to bargain with it. Or
that needs to take sort of the devil's advocate role, that's part of the ritual.
Yeah, then a player could take that role.
They get sort of possessed by the magic.
It could be diegetic and be part of this, like someone has to take on the role of the opponent, or someone has to take on the role of the magic, or it could be on a meta level. So it never happens. It's you move into like a meta scene of bargaining with magic. So if you go talk to someone, then you can jump out of character into your spirit characters or something like that. Do I need to tell you about meta? Is it just up here we call it meta? So Meta-LARP LARPing is basically going out of your character and out of your current role and into something else. So you play
But you're still in the LARP, so you're not off game.
Yeah, it's not off game, it's in the LARP, it's a different way of LARPing. So moving out of the character and looking from the outside into the character.
Maybe you can describe it like having a dream scene or something like that.
You fall asleep and then you move into a special place and you play the dream that you're dreaming for that night, and then you wake up and you continue to play, for example.
Yeah.
And in this case we were thinking maybe when I do the magic, the player I'm doing the magic towards starts playing the magic itself, and then I'm playing my feelings towards that magic.
And then we say that we've just had this awesome ritual and we killed a cat.
And I think it fits into your... I think if we go back to kind of the base again,
yeah,
it's about the loss of magic and the cost of change.
Mm. And we wanted to come to a point where magic changes in some way profoundly, and you might not want to be part of that. And I don't quite know what that change is yet, but it's nice. I mean, it could be tied to the cost is always going to be too high, or I need to sacrifice a part of myself to gain access to this, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather have all of me, but not the magic.
Yeah, because then that kind of that final decision becomes the same decision that you've been working with throughout the whole LARP, just on a higher level.
So then you either sacrifice the magic part of yourself, or you sacrifice some other part, but you will still have the magic.
Mm.
There's a very nice symmetry in it, I like.
When is the LARP?
The LARP is end of September or early October 2021 in Gotland.
In Visby, Gotland. So when is the webpage up?
So we're going to launch this LARP at Prolog next year.
Which is a gaming convention here in Sweden. In February you will know more about this LARP.
Yes.
So this is quite early.
It is very early in the design phase. Thank you for helping me.
So that's how a design session in the LARP world can look. Or at least the part you get to see. We're going to cut out all the secrets. If you like this, feel free to join us, subscribe and all those things. And also watch another video. I think I'm going to try to put it over here. Somewhere over there.
Over here? Okay. Right.
See ya!